The Carver High School student didn't make a police report because he says this is how it's done in South Memphis. Fight for yourself. He didn't want to talk with us on camera either for fear of retaliation, but says things will get much worse if the two schools merge.
It's basically turf wars, and that's what we've been trying to get everybody to understand.
Carver High School senior Romero Malone wants unified school board members to realize the consequences of merging with Booker T. Washington. He says his classmate was beaten up over the weekend by the rival school just for walking in the area.
It was some students from BCW had jumped one of our students.
Why?
From the community. The rivalry. Like I said, it's not your ordinary rivalry. This is not the first time, because it's been killings, within the communities or whatever, which is the reason why we try not to get them to merge.
Sadly, people who live in South Memphis say this is the way of life. Malone's classmate didn't want to appear on camera for fears of what else could happen. Instead, he let his frustration out on Facebook.
The reality of living in an urban area that is the poorest city in the United States of America, the reality is that gang culture is reality.
School board member Kenneth Whalum never wanted to close Carver High School. The majority of the board does. A dozen schools are on the chopping block.
I'm working on a resolution now, another desperate measure on my part to try to bring some common sense, man. So rather than close our eyes and turn our heads and act as though it's so pitiful, it's so shameful, let's try to love these children rather than ignore them and force them into cultural circumstances that are really going to basically end up choking the life out of them.
Whalum says the schools facing closures will remain open for at least one more year. The Unified School Board still has to make a final vote to close or keep them open longer. Jackie Orozco, ABC 24 News.